Remember, liking Beyonce doesn't automatically make you woke, it just means you have a pulse.
I have no idea what woke means, but I do know I'm not a fan of Beyonce. I do like these. I'm not such a fan of her particular style of music. Does this mean I don't have a pulse?
Today, I'm unboxing white feminism.
Of course you are. Because when you're clutching at straws and running out of ideas for who to be victim next, you must attack your own group and divide it even further.
Hey friends, I'm Dylan Marin and I unbox the hottest socio-political gadgets. And today, I'm tackling a product that is very exclusive. Now, don't be fooled, it's frequently mislabeled as just feminism, but the two are actually very different.
There is no real difference between feminism and white feminism, as you call it. You just introduced race because you feel like those that are less in number or not being represented enough, or those marginalized people of color aren't getting their voices heard, must now be simply labelled feminist, while white ones get their own ones segregated, separate, from the rest, because they're totes gonna walk all over those marginalised people of colour's opinions, voices, and whatever else, really.
So feminism is amazing and available across all markets. It's aware of intersecting identities so more people can use it.
Just before you tell me what white feminism is, I love how you equated amazing with feminism. Based on what we see feminism do for the world, we don't see anything amazing. We just see a lot of people talking and doing nothing and blaming people for nothing happening while they themselves are doing nothing.
This one, though, benefits only a specific type of woman, yet somehow has a much bigger media presence.
So white feminism benefits white women, essentially, as you've basically said, who have a larger media presence. Are you moaning about more representation on behalf of ethnic minority groups that aren't being seen as much?
Let's dig into the product that HBO will likely greenlight tomorrow.
I like how you think HBO would greenlight this horse shit.
Nice! First up, it's the hat Beyonce wears in the Formation video. Now, even though the video was created as a tribute to black women, don't worry, ignore that and use this to recreate the video shot for shot.
Also, of course, a hat worn by a black woman is now property of all black women and not any white woman, because that's cultural appropriation. Is that racist? Is that as bad as blackface? Because no one gives a fuck. No one cares what Beyonce wore. Do I have a pulse? Shit, I don't know.
Think everything is for you.
The fact you've put out a video under the pretense of trying to be funny and educational, all the while slyly trying to tell women, white women particularly, that they cannot wear something because Beyonce wore it and it is therefore culturally appropriating and or racist, is a bit of a dick move from an unfunny beta.
Lights, camera, action. It's a template screenplay for a romantic comedy. All you have to do is fill in the blanks with names, locations, and a trendy job for the protagonist, and just make sure to include an ambiguously ethnic best friend who has absolutely no character arc.
The main target audience of romantic comedies is not white feminists. It is predominantly women that prefer romantic comedies, an increasing number of men, of course. Romantic comedies can be fun if the story's good, but this doesn't mean that they're being racist towards ethnic minorities or that ethnic minorities cannot have this. But then again, if white feminists can't wear a hat worn by Beyonce, why the fuck should an ethnic minority be allowed to watch a rom-com or have an ethnic minority lead?
Nice. It is a pop album. Infuse it with feminist ideology, which is so awesome, but then undermine that by featuring women of color as just accessories in the video of your debut single. And as a bonus, film another video in Africa and don't feature any black people.
So even though the song has been written possibly by the singer must now accommodate for other people of other races for music that they want to sell to the wider audience. Just because it has feminist influences within the lyrics, or the music itself, or whatever, the video even, does that mean that they now must include people of other colours, again for more representation? As a final, you mentioned black people not featuring in videos in Africa. You do know there are white people there too, right? No, yes, no, maybe so. Do you actually have a freaking clue? Did you know that there are a large number of white people living in poverty in Africa? Did you know they are discriminated against in countries like Zimbabwe? Until when they banned them from farming, they realised, oh look, it was only the white people making the food to begin with.
Cha-ching! It is $1. Now, only a little more than 3/4 of it is there, which is bad, but ignore the fact that even less of it is there for black women, and even less of it is there for Hispanic women.
I find it fascinating that you left Asian American women off there because statistically, Asian American people earn more than white people, black people, Hispanic people, and Native American people.
But when fighting the crucial battle for equal pay, only focus on this one.
I'm only going to say this once. Even though you're focusing on race in this instance for versions of feminism, pay gap, not real. Get it through your remarkably dense skull.
Now this is really helpful. It is a deflection force field. Now, if this product is ever called out for being insensitive, unintersectional, racist, or transphobic, just turn on this feature and it makes the box completely impermeable to criticism.
Remove the word white from that box, and that is basically feminism in its current form. When we call out feminists for being racist, transphobic, for treating people unequally, they turn on that force field. For us, though, the force field comes in the form of Twitter blocks, or dedicated hate campaigns to get people pushed off social media altogether because they can't stand the fact there's a dissenting opinion to something they've said. Thank you all for listening.